films himself burning down warehouse. Ooh, all right, by Penguin Zero. If you don't know Penguin Zero, you're probably living under a rock. Shout out to him for this video we're about to watch. This incident kind of, um, like I saw it on X, like some guy just burning down a warehouse. So we'll get into it and see what it's actually like, what all like the meat and potatoes and what it's actually about and everything. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was something with his jobs. They weren't paying him. But yeah, man, hit the link, follow up on everything in the description below if you like the Penguin Zero. You can do that. I'm sure you probably are if you don't know. You have 17 million subs.
But I know enough to guess with a high level of confidence that you've been angry before. Unless I got the Dalai Lama watching or something, I bet there have been moments in your life where you've been fuming, extremely angry. It's natural, it's normal. I mean, Jiminy Christmas, earlier today I was angry. I was driving and a spider went across my windshield. And it was a rather large spider. This puppy was set to Wumbo. And I don't have arachnophobia or anything, but I don't like them, and I certainly don't like them on my windshield. So, I pulled over, and in my cup holder had a receipt. So I thought, that'll be good enough. I'll just blast it with the receipt. And as I go to do that, it hits me with like a running back move. It hits me with like a double sidestep and then jumps on my arm. Then I fucking freak out and start like slapping my arm and screaming like a maniac. And I can't find the spider anymore. That makes me frown. It makes me angry. I'm sure there's plenty of things that have made you angry. But have you ever been so angry that you light a 1.2 million square foot warehouse on fire and will most likely spend many, many years behind bars for it and film the whole thing for Instagram?
No.
Probably not, I would say. Most likely no. But I did just hear of someone who did. And it is a fascinating story because the anger makes sense. Like the reason why this employee was angry, I think a lot of people can understand. But drastic measures like this did nothing except ruin his life.
So was this actually about the wages? Okay, wow. Okay, I didn't realize he did all this. I thought he just burned out. Damn, he burned out almost everything. Oh. Whoo. Was this justified? I don't know, bro. I don't know everything about it. Hopefully we'll, you know.
Should have paid us enough to fucking live. You know, we may not get paid enough to fucking live, but these bitches dirt cheap. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. All you had to do was pay us enough to fucking live. All you had to do was pay us enough to live. There goes your inventory.
This is a Kimberly-Clark warehouse that apparently served 50 million people. It was located in California, and a disgruntled 29-year-old employee filmed these videos, posted them on Instagram of him lighting it on fire, and it completely fucking torched it. It like incinerated this whole facility.
Yeah, I thought like a little bit. I haven't seen this. I didn't see that the whole thing burned down. That is
facility. Pretty fucking stupid plan. Extremely dangerous. Could have easily killed people in the warehouse. The fire could have spread outside of the warehouse as well. It's California. California fires, like, that spreads a lot. This could have caused so much more damage, destruction, and death in this like raging inferno that he created here.
Again, thankfully, nobody was injured in that fire. No firefighters or none of the employees. They were all evacuated safely.
So, Nick, we should note you were just listening in on that news conference. That's why we couldn't go right to you. So this employee, a 29-year-old, did they say what he did there at that plant?
It's unclear exactly what he did. What we know is that they house lots of Kimberly-Clark products here. Again, this is a 1.2 million square foot warehouse here. So very large space filled with products. We know that they load the trucks up and distribute them. We don't know specifically what that man did.
I feel like we have some strong evidence to what that man did. He filmed it himself. Yeah. I'm surprised it wasn't streamed on Kick. Like it.
That's funny, bro. Oh shit! So one of the streams on Kick. he is not lying.
This has become a very common phenomenon
like,
where people
live on Instagram. He posted on TikTok or something. Like that's pretty typical.
film or stream themselves committing crimes, in this case, arson. So he made it very clear what he was doing and why, the motive. He was upset with the pay, saying that all they had to do was pay him enough to fucking live, which is a very real problem, something I have yapped about for years, about how so many jobs right now in the country don't actually pay their employees a livable wage. And as things keep getting more and more expensive, it's not like the pay is being risen
AI
to
can't
try
do
and
that,
help
can it?
them, enable them to live.
AI would
It
get
is
checked,
a
though.
huge
They will definitely
problem.
replace you.
But the solution this guy cooked up in his noodle is not the optimal play, because now all he's going to do is land himself in jail. He's not going to be getting paid there. And on top of that, all of the workers at that warehouse, they are now out of work for who knows how long, and maybe they get canned because of it. I mean, this is a huge warehouse. This is going to take a long time to rebuild and get all that inventory and stuff back. Maybe they just start laying off employees that were working there. So now he is also...
They're probably going to have to, unless you're a manager. There's no need for you unless you're like a truck driver. You're just gonna go to a different place, but there's no need for you anymore. You work at this site and this site only that got burned down. Yeah, that's actually a great POV or point of view that he didn't look at. The jobs. Hey, whoa.
Hello, motherfucker.
Oh shit! Thank you for the follow, bro. But like, you just are not thinking about other people too.
Ruined other people's income on top of that. So it's not exactly like the best plan that he's cooked up here, as shocking as that is to hear that arson didn't save the day. It is an issue. His anger is understandable, but this didn't do anything to solve it. It's not like that this company is all of a sudden going to have a come to Jesus moment like, oh, we didn't know that by underpaying our employees, it would make them frustrated. But now that an entire 1.2 million square foot warehouse been...
They're like, oh my gosh, can AI bots come any faster? Please, someone, Elon Musk, make a bot. Cause AI ain't gonna do that unless it goes rampage somehow, some way. Like you hack the system or something. But like, you can keep AI in check. Humans, on the other hand, are sometimes unpredictable.
Burnt down because of our folly. We will change our ways. We now see the light. Our third eye is open. Enlightenment. Time to raise everyone's pay. It's just not going to happen.
Do is pay us enough to live.
Chilling video posted online by the suspect appears to show the moment a massive warehouse fire was deliberately set.
All you had to do was pay us enough to live.
Investigators say the man behind the camera is 29-year-old Shamel Abdul.
It looks like it's just straight flammable shit too. It's not like soda, so you can't really light a can on fire. If it was a whole bunch of sodas, really nothing. I don't think anything would happen like that. But look, it's paper towels, cardboard, wood pallet. Like, yeah, a lot of this shit is flammable, man. It's
Kareem.
He was believed to be an employee of Kimberly Clark. However, it is confirmed.
Shamel Abdul Kareem.
Is he smoking a cigarette too?
He was believed to be an employee of Kimberly Clark. However, it is confirmed that he is an employee of NFI Industries, the third-party distributor of Kimberly Clark.
Officials say he had posted grievances online before igniting the Ontario, California warehouse on fire.
Now, I've actually seen people applauding this, saying that they need to start a GoFundMe ASAP so that way they can donate to him because he's a hero. He's standing up to capitalism.
Why could y'all just donate to him in the beginning?
Finally, enough is enough. We need more of this across the country. That's fucking ridiculous. That's like actual dangerous, stupid brain. Like, people are saying, oh, wah, 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 crying over all this lost product from, billion-dollar corporation, that kind of thing. I don't know how people can be so...
A fire is different. The difference between, like, shooting a CEO, like, that same, it's kind of like the same correlation of like that. It's two different things. I'm not saying one's right and one isn't, but like shooting someone in one isn't the best way to go from it. But like you're affecting his family, and then basically like I don't really think that much change after, to my knowledge. I don't really know. Like you shoot him, family gets a little messed up. You shoot that, damn, bro. You light that whole thing on fire, bro. Not saying shooting people is better. None of this shit's good. But like, you know what I'm saying? I get people's rage, right? But like a fire, so that you're fucking up the air, uh, fucking up people's jobs. Especially, you're not the only one that works there, bro. That a whole lot of people you just fucked up from that. Not saying shooting someone was less, but like, yo, just think. There's not a better way you could have done it. To get
Like
your
out of
message
tune
across.
with reality. It's not even about like lost products or anything. It's about how easily people could have died in that, how it could have spread way beyond just that warehouse, and how this doesn't even really affect the company all that much. They have insurance. You know who this actually affects? Is the employees that are most likely going to be out of work here while this facility is out of commission and under maintenance, so they're going to be out income, and he just threw his whole life away for this, and it's not going to do anything to actually help people get a livable wage from this company or anything like that. It's just reckless, dangerous, jeopardizing tons of people's lives and safety and the area around him. This could have caused a huge fucking problem. Like I said, it's
Definitely for people that are trying to wake up and breathe the fresh air that they could have had the next day that happened. Like you're smelling toxins and shit from all
California.
that product you
Wildfires
burned.
spread wider than Cash Patel's butt cheeks. Like in that area, this could have
What?
easily spiraled way out of control, way beyond just that warehouse as well. Like this is
Yeah.
just not something anyone should be like. Anyway, there is something other people have pointed out as like a
think
very
I've had water
surprising
before.
element to the fire itself. That a warehouse of this size housing this much supply, apparently this accounts for like 3% of West Coast volume for toilet paper in particular, from what I was reading.
So it looked like everything was very flammable.
I don't know if that's like confirmed or how true that is, but it is a huge facility that houses a lot of paper product. And one thing people were noting is that the fire suppression system didn't really do a whole lot to stop this. And I was doing a bit of digging because they definitely have a fire suppression system. I don't know if they like maintain it, like maybe it was malfunctioning. From what I read, it apparently was working, but because he started multiple fires in multiple locations,
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, normally when you use the little fire cannons, that they were you saw it on the sides. I don't know if that was. Let's see if I can pop it back up. I'm not really trying to go back up, do everything, but if you go back, there's ones on the sides. If I wasn't mistaken, I mean, again, if a whole warehouse catches on fire like that, there ain't much you can do.
it just wasn't effective
That
at
shit
stopping the
spreads, man.
spread. So that's how it was able to get so out of control. And also, apparently the alarms were working because they were able to get the employees out. So I do feel like the systems were functioning how they were supposed to. It's just must have started a lot of
I
fire.
mean, I'm more glad that everyone else was safe. Like, dude, you were this was definitely reckless. Get it? You were trying to send a message, but like, was this the best way you could have done it?
Fires that overwhelmed whatever system they have there, or maybe they just don't have the best system there. I couldn't tell you, but I saw this earlier, earlier today, and I just had to yap about it. It was fucking crazy to see, and the fact that he filmed all of it, gathered his own evidence against.
Dude, I saw this, and I was like, what the? I was like, I actually want to know what the fuck happened. 'Cause I heard a couple motives about this, but I didn't know it was like this, man.
Himself and freely posted online. That's become so common now. People love to film their own crimes, and this is probably
They're gonna
like
get caught
the
anyway.
biggest display of that I've seen so far. Anyway, that's really bad.
And they don't care. People get caught anyways. All you had to do is pay us enough to live. Words of revolution. Maybe. Maybe. Stuff like this will become more common. More people will feel they have nothing to lose. That's true. Hearing the audio from the guy that did this tells me he did not give a fuck. He don't care about nothing, bro. I mean, obviously, if you're gonna do that and film it, you think he cares, and he's doing it for a certain reason. He knows he's gonna get caught. You think he cares? No. I've worked in warehouses. They're definitely probably angry. I mean, I'd be mad too, bro. Like, I mean, again, not saying his anger was fully justified, but I mean, he has some good justifiable anger. He's getting 3 meals a day over his head for free. It's a win for him. Yep. And he's not paying shit. Taxpayers. A man with nothing to lose. Yeah, and he has nothing to fear. He knew what he was doing. He don't really care. He don't care about. He doesn't care. This event didn't ruin his life. This event was his reaction for not being able to have one. Maybe. Almost if it was a Amazon warehouse, they could have forced their employees to work. Yeah, we have fire extinguishers. Why did y'all put it out? I don't know, man. I mean, this is definitely like people like this are definitely like people in general are definitely like companies that show definitely peeping this and like the backlash and shit of this are they're definitely up in it. But let me know what you think about this. I mean, he has some justifiable crash out, justifiable anger, but you probably shouldn't do that, bro. You probably should have burned down a warehouse. I'm glad no one got injured. Glad no one got injured though, man. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Hit the like video, sub up over here, sub up to Penguin Zero if you like to sub up to him. And yeah, bro, I don't know. You think it was justifiable? Do you think? Do you not? Let me know.